Today, we're gonna do a review of the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the iconic Peak Design Travel Backpack 45 liter is now available as a 30 liter. But can the 30 liter match the iconicness of the 45 liter? Are all the features the same? And is there anything that I'm not crazy about? Yeah, there's a few things. And by the end of this review, you'll know exactly if this is the pack for you. Okay, let's kick off the review by talking about the overall gist of the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter. Now, it should be noted that this is advertised as a 30 liter bag, and it is, but it can also compress to 27 liters and expand via this guy right here to 33 liters. This size range is very strategic. Peak Design is going right down the middle for that one bag travel lifestyle. So on your travels where you're not carrying quite as much stuff, you can go 27 liters and it's a little bit more of a seamless travel experience. But on those trips where you gotta pack a little bit more, you can expand to 33 liters and get that extra gear in the bag. And to take it a step further, they make a lot of their materials in-house, like their zippers, these ultra zips, which are so smooth and so durable. They make those zippers themselves. Same thing with their premium hardware, metallic, really nice premium feel. And I'm a big fan of their aesthetic. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's got a playfulness to it with this little leather tab right there, Peak Design. Not too modern, but not too retro. It's just got a good vibe going on. I think the comfort of the pack is okay. We'll get into that in a bit more detail in the back section of this review. As of shooting, this bag comes in 3 color options. You got black, sage, and midnight. I'm not a huge fan of the black. The midnight's my second favorite. But if it's my choice, I'm getting Peak Design gear, I'm going sage 10 times out of 10. It's got a super clean look to it. And finally, this bag currently runs around $230 US. Hey guys, I want to interrupt this review real quick to tell you about something freaking awesome that we're doing on Nomads Nation. You see, obviously on this channel, we love backpacks. And I thought to myself, Aaron, why don't we make our own backpack? And that's exactly what we're doing. Not only though are we making our own backpack, we are documenting the entire process on the Nomads Nation YouTube channel. So if that interests you, what I recommend you doing is going down in the description to the second link. And that link will bring you to our email list, AKA our inner circle. If you're a part of the inner circle, which is totally free by the way, you get to not only get behind the scenes content about the development, the design, the prototyping of the pack, but you also get to vote on some of the key features. It's some next level transparency. I couldn't be more excited about the project, and I hope to see you in the email list. Second link in the description, go check it out. Okay, let's talk about the front of the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter. Okay, notice right here, we have these 2 little adorable loops right here. These loops are more than just cute little aesthetics. They actually provide a functional purpose as well. They connect to the Peak Design external lash strap things. And the way that they work is you just go ahead and pop this on the top. Once you hear that, you know you're in. And then on the bottom, you got this little magnetic closure, which hides the other 2 lash points. Go ahead and lock that into place. And then when you have 1/2 of these, you can carry things externally on the outside of your pack. Think of bike helmet, yoga mat, tripod, a puppy. But if you want to carry your tripod, yoga mat, bike helmet, or puppy on the bottom of the bag, you can also do that. Just flip it around and you'll notice right here, there's 2 more of these loops. Pop it into place, secure it, gear under the bag. And yeah, with these lash points, they're freaking everywhere, man. You got lash point, lash point, lash point, here. You can carry stuff on the top of the bag, on the front of the bag, on the side of the bag, wherever you want to carry things externally on your bag. The Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter gives you the option. And then when you're like, external lash points, be gone. You don't have to like take them all off and put them in the bag. This magnetic compartment stows them away. You just go ahead, unmagnetize, throw it in there. This is nice because there's a lot of space. This actually reaches right up there, which gives you lots of space to store the straps. And you got this little magnetic closure, very secure. Okay, now let's talk about the middle of the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter. Let's start on the bottom. We talked about these 2 external lash point connectors, but we also have a handle. Peak Design bottom and side handles aren't really meant for like holding your bag. They're really hard and like got a plasticiness to them. Now let's notice the sides. Each side is exactly the same. We got 3 features. We got the water bottle holder, the side handle, and then the external lash point. The external lash point can just help secure more things that you want to carry externally on the bag. Side handle on the side is similar to the side handle on the bottom. It's not super comfortable, but it's just meant for like another access point. Don't really like carry your bag in briefcase mode. That's not comfortable. Next up, we got the water bottle holder. Now this is actually a little bit tighter of a water bottle holder than I thought it would be. For instance, I got like a 18-liter Columbia water bottle here. Pretty standard stuff. And you know, it fits in, but it's all right, it's good. Actually, it's nice and tight. Let's do the water bottle test, the upside down test. Passes with flying colors, but also keep in mind, if you got a bigger water bottle, you got like a big ass, like 1 liter Nalgene water bottle, it is absolutely not gonna fit in here. Next, let's talk about the expansion. We are in 30-liter mode right now. And to go into 33-liter mode, at the bottom of the bag, you got this single zip right here. And here, we have a little extra ultra space, as we're now at 33 liters. It doesn't seem like much, but it is if you consider like this goes around the entire circumference math word of the bag. And like I said, it just gives you that little extra space for those trips where you need it. Also should be noted as we start to get into like these compartments that all these zippers are weather resistant. You see this lining right there? That's PU coating, baby. PU stands for polyurethane, I think it's how it's pronounced. But it doesn't matter how it's pronounced. It matters what it does, and what it does is protects your gear from rain. We got a compartment right here. Let's check it out. 2 ultra zips. We got our first pocket, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. In this pocket, we have 1, 2, 3 pockets and a zip pocket. And in the zip pocket, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smaller pockets. Let's talk about them. All right, let's load this pocket out with a few different things. Now, Peak Design's gear is usually catered towards photographers. You don't have to be a photographer. I'm not a photographer, but if you are, you'll be smitten to know that your SD cards fit perfectly in these little slots right there. And like I said, there's 5 little SD card slots. We can also throw a couple spare batteries in there. On the other side, I got a portable battery. Ooh, this pocket's nice for a little wire. Oh, that's meant to be. I love that. And some AirPods. Throw my shades in there as well. Yeah, overall, this section, really nice storage. Now, let's get into the actual main compartment. The main compartment is accessible with these 2 zips right here. These are some beefy, chunky zips. And I wanna say I love these zipper pulls right here for 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is they don't look too cheap. Sometimes backpack companies skimp on their zipper pulls. They just use like a cheap little like a little piece of whatever crap material they find on the floor, it feels like. But Peak Design, this just got a nice smooth feel. It fits the aesthetic of the bag. Reason number 2 is I love their functionality. This loop right here is just so easy to grab and to open and to close. And reason number 3 is that Peak Design, with all their craftiness, made one of these zippers like undoable, and you can go ahead and tie it into the other zipper and pop that into place. And this is just meant as like a theft deterrent system. It's not gonna straight out stop a thief, but you know, it's just a little extra peace of mind. Ooh, and number 4, I also like how durable these zippers are with like this lash loop system, because you can actually, like, I mean, literally you can straight up hold your bag up like this. This is not gonna break, ladies and gentlemen. These zippers are built to last. Let's get inside. It's sort of a back opening system. The zippers run like basically along the edge of the back panel, and then it opens up. Looking in this main compartment, we have the tech compartment on the back panel, and then sort of your storage compartment on the other side. Let's talk about this storage area. Pretty interesting stuff going on here. It's actually pretty minimal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. I like what they did with these side pockets. As you zip this open, you'll actually see that it's not just 1 pocket, but it's 2. You've got the larger pocket on top and a sort of smaller pocket on the bottom. This just helps organize your smaller bits of gear where they need to go, and maybe your mid-sized bits of gear in their own respective pockets. The zipping experience is extremely smooth. The mesh is nice. I usually prefer like a softer mesh, something with a bit more elasticity, which this mesh is neither soft nor is it elastic, but I guarantee you it's gonna be durable. Same thing with the pocket on this side, smaller pocket, bigger pocket. And then here we've got 2 other pockets, same thing, mesh. This top pocket has a little bit more expansion to it. Notice, see that bagginess? I think this is a good pocket for things like underwear and socks. They got a little bit of bulk to it, but like because of the expansion of this pocket, how it's sort of a little extra baggy, those things will fit very nicely. And then on the bottom here, a little less expansion in this pocket, but still good for underwear, socks, could be good for a small travel towel. And then notice on the sides, guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lash points. These lash points enable you to easily connect Peak Design's other modular travel accessories like their camera cube or their packing cubes. You can just go ahead and clip them into place, keeping them sort of in place and just keeping the whole bag nice, secure, and tidy. And then real fast, just wanna show you what the expansion looks like from the inside when you expand to get that extra 33 liters. It's not much, but like I said, that little bit goes a long way. Okay, now let's talk about the tech compartment. There's not too much going on with this tech compartment. It's pretty basic, but it definitely does a great job. It gets the job done. We got a Velcro securement up here, and you can see the tech compartment itself. It's pretty deep. It goes all the way down here. It doesn't specify on the website what size laptop fits in the compartment, but my 13-inch MacBook Pro fits in there, easy peasy, with tons of room to spare. I think you can get a 15-inch in there, don't quote me on that. And then inside the actual laptop compartment, there's this guy right here with the Velcro. That's a tablet sleeve, which I'm not crazy about. I feel like there should be a little bit of separation and or padding between your tablet and your laptop, right? They're both pretty hard, and your tablet is the more fragile of the two, I'd say. So it's right here. There's no real padding in this material. Traveling with a tablet and a laptop, it's something I keep in mind. But on the flip side, this part right here is pretty well padded. On the back panel, obviously great padding as well. So your laptop, if being carried by itself, should be very safe and secure in this compartment. And speaking of safety, there's a bit of a suspended bottom as well. So you can see the end of the laptop compartment ends right here, which is not quite at the bottom of the bag. So if you drop your bag and your laptop is in there, there's a little bit of space between the ground. Keep your laptop extra secure. And then also on the sides here, you've got like this fabric, which is quite nice. It expands a little bit in case you want to really pack out this section, or if you just want to use it as a nice little pen holder, pop it right there. It's freaking adorable. Also, real fast, if you love backpacks and travel gear and all that good stuff, you should definitely consider subscribing. Or follow us on Instagram at Nomads Nation. That way you can be notified anytime we go live with a new review. Back to the review. Okay, let's talk about the back of the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter. We've got a top handle right here. I like the padding, it's pretty comfortable. I actually carried this bag to our studio today, just carrying it like this, and it was very comfortable. A little bit of a gel sort of a feel to it. It's just got a really nice touch. More external lash points for carrying things externally. We've got a little ID card right here, secure via Velcro. I wouldn't keep my actual ID in there. I don't know how safe I'd feel with it there, but you know, if you like to live life on the edge, be my guest. Now, if there's one criticism that I would have for Peak Design gear, it's that I don't always find it to be like the most comfortable. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm someone who usually likes a little bit more cushion on my backpack, shoulder panels and back panel. And these are pretty thin, right? There's not a lot of cushion going on. There's a little bit of padding, right? Like I wanna emphasize, it's not an uncomfortable carrying experience. It just depends on your preference. I like the cut on these shoulder straps though. They're contoured, which means they'll fit in your body very comfortably. It just sort of fits the flow of your torso. This leather tab right here, it's just a nice touch. I just love the aesthetic. And then moving down, we've got the adjustment system. Yet again, Peak Design went over the top in a great way. They got this little tab right here, which just makes it so easy. Oh my God, you see that? Did you feel that? Oftentimes backpacks and their shoulder straps are a little bit of a, how can I put it? To fasten and to, you know, tighten and stuff, but this one is just one, I mean, you can literally pinky that thing. And the hardware, I'm a big fan of. It's metallic, it's just got a nice feel to it. It's not too heavy, it's branded with Peak Design, it's their own custom in-house made hardware. I love everything that's going on here, except I'm a smaller dude, so I like to wear my backpack nice and tight, really pull it in against my chest, right? And with these guys right here, we've got a lot of excess nylon going on and nowhere to store it. I would have loved just some way to sort of tighten them right there, just to kind of keep them out of the way. Now let's talk about the sternum strap, because it's quite cool what's going on here. Yet again, Peak Design's premium in-house custom made hardware. You see a little arrow right there? It's signaling this way, and that's because you just do one of those, and then you can go ahead and clip it on to the other side. Oh, now you give me the dangle stopper. See, now the excess nylon here is kept in its place. That's nice, clean, and tidy. And then to put the sternum strap back, right? You're like, I'm done traveling for the day. I've made it to my Airbnb. It's time to hit the bar. Just go ahead and do one of those. Good to go. Or if you're like some people that I know who absolutely hate sternum straps, you can just go ahead and detach this guy completely. And you are sternum strap free. And then Peak Design offers a pretty cool system where you can stow away the shoulder straps like so. One thing to note for any of our Peak Design Travel Backpack 45 liter owners out there is that this one isn't quite as premium as its big brother, but I think that Peak Design kind of killed some of these extra things because you don't really need it. It's not a feature you're gonna use all the time. And as you can see right now, like this works really nicely. But most importantly, the magic that makes this all happen are these little divot points right here, right? You just sort of slide the shoulder strap around. It's really cool. It's really well designed. Last point on the back is this back panel right here. We got some decent padding, and these cuts offer a little bit extra ventilation, but it's not quite as much padding and as much ventilation as I'd like to see and feel on a backpack of this size. Let's talk about some pros and some cons of the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter. Pro number one, like with all things Peak Design, it is next level design, both from a functionality and an aesthetic perspective. Pro number two is you gotta love this expansion for those days that you're just carrying that little bit extra gear. And pro number three is going to be Peak Design's modular ecosystem, whether it's the external lash points or whether it's, just attaching their camera cube or their packing cubes to the interior. They just have this beautifully integrated modular ecosystem that freaking rocks. But on the flip side, let's talk about some cons. Con number one, I think the comfort is good. I don't think the comfort is quite exceptional. Con number two is that at the price point, I was sort of expecting a Peak Design 45 liter travel backpack mini, but there's actually some things they skimped on in terms of features and materials. The ones that are coming to mind are the magnetic closures on the back compartment. And con number three is that for some of you guys out there who travel with bigger water bottles, these are just not gonna make the cut for you. So you are still here watching this review. You might be thinking to yourself, that bag, it's mine. I'm gonna get it. If so, we do ask that you use the first link in the description right down there. That link makes sure that you get the best price, and it also helps to support our Nomads Nation YouTube channel. Thank you so much. But let's say that you're not quite sold on the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter, and you're like, it's close, but I need an alternative close recommendation. I got you. Alternative recommendation number one is going to be the Peak Design Travel Backpack 45 liter. This is going to be the recommendation for you if you're like, it's just a bit too small. I got a lot more gear. I'm traveling more longer term. I need something a bit bigger. Check out the 45 liter. We did a full review and you can find a link to that review below in the description. Alternative recommendation number two. This recommendation is for you if you're like, I love the size of the Peak Design 30 liter backpack, but it's just got too many features for me. I want something more minimalist and basic. In that case, I recommend checking out the Able Carry Max. I love this backpack. It's 30 liters. It's great for one bag travel, but it doesn't have all the bells and the whistles. It's a minimalist experience. Check out the review. You can find a link to it in the description below. And finally, alternative recommendation number three. This is going to be a recommendation for you if you're like, okay, love the expansion, but it doesn't go small enough for me. I want something that I can use as an everyday carry that can also expand as a one bag travel backpack as well. In that case, I recommend checking out the Nomatic Travel Pack. This pack can go from 20 liters, great for everyday carry, to 30 liters, perfect for one bag travel. And it's got a ton of features, pockets. It's a really, really, really cool bag. To watch the full review, down there, description, link, enjoy. Thank you so much for watching our Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liter review. If you enjoyed this review, the best way to communicate that to us is just to hit the like button. That lets us know that we're doing a good job, and it also lets YouTube know that we're doing a good job. And I wanna know, what do you think? These water bottle holders too small for you? You need something a little bit bigger for your travels? It works for me, barely, but I wanna hear your thoughts. Also, does this bag have too many features for you? Do you prefer a little bit more of a minimalist travel backpack experience? And also, if you own this bag, I gotta hear your thoughts. I wanna know what your experience has been like. Please, all thoughts, comments, questions, considerations, anything, let me know in the comments. I personally answer every single comment on this channel. I'm Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll see you next time.